What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. Wow, what the fuck?
What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on YouTube shit. Hey man, say man, we are turn. Children outside, big crib in the gang. Children outside, shit, man. Free Palestine, free Congo. Russia do your thing and Texas stand the fuck up. Each day is ready to be a better version of yourself. Never let somebody bring you down. Always fight back. Never let somebody tell you who you are, but also never put yourself in a position of belonging. Let's stay humble. Let's get on revolution on the move. Keep Yahweh first. Come to the Black Hebrew Israelite as a real Jew. You out here, alright? Boom. Today, motherfucking day. Children outside, big crib in the gang. Children outside, shit, man. Gang. Bruh, let's get down to the nitty gritty. We know the truth. This is a mass extermination of black success and black successful men and people in general. Females, don't matter. It's both of them. This is a mass extermination. If they don't want nobody with no control or no money on to have no part into having success in the industry or anything like that, to have people to you know what I'm saying, to be able to hear their voice. You know what I'm saying? Because they want control. They want the people, like, as far as the you know what I'm saying, the system. They want total control over all of the black people in general. So it's like we got Diddy and this shit that's been going on, but there's so many other trials that's been going on that we know that, you know what I'm saying, the fake Jews, they own some shit. They trying to take everybody out. But we got Cuddie, we got Kanye, Cassie, all these motherfuckers, and the other stuff that's been happening, and you know what I'm saying, the trial so far. You know what I'm saying, we've been on it, paused, and we've going through the shit. So I want y'all to look at this shit, man. It really get down details. You know what I'm saying. It even got an audio voice message of like Cassie talking about bullshit. Like they even brought like tapes out. Like this shit is getting wild in a bitch. We gotta stay prayed up during these times. Let's get into it. Hey man, say man, shout out to E News, bruh. This Diddy, Kid Cuddie shit, man. All of the Diddy shit has been wild. So we're gonna try to run through everything that's been happening in the court. Y'all seen a lot of big celebrities and people going to that motherfucker, man. Everybody been in frantic mode who's been up in the industry. Like everybody's acting crazy because a lot of shit, man, is just getting wild. There it goes, man. Free him. Shout out to Celebrity Whispers. We got Kanye West soaring up to Diddy court.
Kanye West?
No, Kanye.
Happy to see you.
This shit getting wild, nigga. Hey, Kanye West, the real one, man.
On Instagram saying, I don't know where my child is. And the Kardashians kidnapped my daughter in public. And I didn't have the address of my child. None of these niggas that want to say something Travis gave me the address. But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Hold on. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you.
shout out to Mac's story. We're gonna try to get a little bit of understanding what the fuck going on in this trial, man. Like with Kanye West in it.
In the shadows of flashing cameras and the murmurs outside the Sean Combs federal courthouse, a case is shaking the entertainment industry to its core. Sean Diddy Combs, once a titan of the music world, stands accused of sex trafficking, organized criminal activity, and interstate transportation for prostitution. Charges that threaten to destroy the empire he spent decades building. What does Kanye West's surprise appearance mean? Why is he here? Is Kanye stepping in to save Diddy? Or, like other celebrities before him, is he here to expose Diddy's alleged crimes? Is this the truth? Or is it part of a calculated takedown of a powerful man? The answers are beginning to surface amid the intense days of trial. Inside the Sean Combs federal courthouse, the air is heavy, like a somber symphony. Sean Diddy Combs, once at the pinnacle of the music industry, now sits in the defendant's chair, facing serious charges: sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation for prostitution. With the YouTube accusations not only threaten his freedom, but also cast doubt over his towering business legacy.
Had hair down when he was out.
The courtroom is packed with reporters, fans, and curious onlookers hanging onto every word. Long Old Jew Feel, Protoze, Coldaway, Sanday Service, Color Ram, O Wade Deli, Sanday Allied, Win Gin, Diddy, dressed in a brown sweater, white shirt, and khaki pants, maintained a calm exterior, though the pressure showed on his face. He took notes intently, consulting frequently with his legal team, actively engaged in his defense. Outside the courtroom, rumors swirled about the arrival of high-profile figures, causing a stir among the crowd. This case is more than just a legal battle. It's the epicenter of long-hidden Hollywood secrets unraveling. Each day in court promises new revelations, shocking evidence, surprise witnesses, keeping the world's eyes glued to the trial. The atmosphere inside the courtroom reached a fever pitch when Kanye West, Diddy's longtime friend and one of entertainment's biggest names, walked into the main chamber. Not just a fleeting presence, as earlier whispers had suggested. Kanye's appearance not only sent the crowd outside into a frenzy, but also brought a moment of stunned silence to the jury and reporters inside. With a confident but resolute demeanor, Kanye took the oath, ready to deliver testimony that could change the course of the trial. Over the course of more than an hour, Kanye painted a picture of Diddy as a man of principle, a brother figure who always put family and community first. He recounted moments when Diddy quietly organized charitable efforts, from funding scholarships for underprivileged students to supporting organizations that champion black rights. Sean is not the man these charges are trying to portray, Kanye stated, his voice low but commanding.
Y'all already know what's going on.
I've seen him give back to society, not just through music, but through acts that never made the headlines. The courtroom fell silent. But Kanye didn't stop there. He boldly suggested that the negative testimonies from certain celebrities who had spoken out against Diddy stemmed from jealousy, and possibly from a larger conspiracy. In this industry, it's not uncommon for people to step on others to climb higher, Kanye said, his sharp gaze sweeping the room. He hinted at unseen forces using their influence and media power to smear Diddy's name without naming anyone outright. His testimony stirred murmurs throughout the courtroom, prompting the prosecution to quickly take notes for a rebuttal. As Kanye finished his testimony, he turned to look at Diddy, his gaze steady, as if sending a silent message. "I'm here for the truth." From the defendant's seat, Diddy gave a slight nod in return, a rare flicker of emotion crossing his face during the course of the trial. The two men, both once towering figures in hip-hop culture, seemed to share a quiet moment suspended between justice and brotherhood. Although Kanye's testimony has yet to be fully verified, it sent a shockwave through the courtroom. The jury, which had remained composed throughout previous sessions,
showed visible signs of unease as some members exchanged glances. The judge, wearing a stern expression, ordered Kanye's statement to be officially entered into the record as a key document, opening the door for a deeper examination of the motives behind the allegations. While prosecutors maintained their firm stance, it was undeniable that Kanye's appearance had injected new energy into the case, prompting the world to ask, could Diddy truly be the victim of a conspiracy, as Kanye implied?
Hell no.
Inside the packed Sean Combs federal courthouse, all eyes were on Sean Diddy Combs, now facing grave accusations that could alter the course of his future. Dressed in a brown sweater, white shirt, and khakis, Diddy presented a composed appearance, though the weight of the moment was visible on his face. His calm demeanor, combined with his intense focus on note-taking and communication with his legal team, portrayed a defendant deeply committed to defending himself against charges of sex trafficking and organized criminal activity.
Cause what they be saying about Diddy, man, it's like this nigga was out there going, wow. I'm like, bro, ain't
highlighting
no
the
damn
mounting
way.
tension between the
For 20
opposing
40 years,
sides.
20, 40 years
In a
doing
particularly
crazy
notable
nut
moment,
shit.
as defense attorney Mark Agnafilo cross-examined a key witness, Diddy was seen discreetly giving a thumbs up and nodding slightly, seemingly showing approval of his lawyer's
It
strategy.
don't make sense to me.
The gesture did not go unnoticed
These
by
fuck-
prosecutor
these fucking
Marina
crackers wanna
Comey,
try to
who
take niggas
immediately
down?
reported it to the judge, arguing that such signals could influence the jury. However, the judge calmly rejected the call for a formal reprimand, stating that such reactions were natural human instincts and difficult to completely suppress, as long as they did not directly violate courtroom decorum. The ruling helped ease the tension, but left lingering questions about whether Diddy's subtle actions might unintentionally sway the jury's perception. Defense attorney Brian Steele quickly came to his client's defense, asserting that Diddy had shown exemplary professionalism throughout the trial. He's followed every rule of this courtroom,
Yeah, Brian Steele
Steele
is his lawyer
emphasized,
now.
pointing out that Diddy had taken care to avoid eye contact with the jurors when they entered and exited, a behavior he had been cautioned about earlier. Steele described Diddy as a devoted defendant, seated beside him every day, fully engaged in the details of the case and actively contributing to legal strategy. This level of involvement was evident not only in his thick notebooks, but also in the passionate discussions he had with his lawyers, as if he were fighting for his reputation and his
You just
freedom.
got done with Young Thug.
These small moments, though easily overlooked, underscored the complex way in which Diddy
Brian
was
know he getting
navigating the
banned.
trial. He wasn't just a defendant, he was a
Getting
public figure,
M&Ms.
with every move scrutinized under the microscope of both justice and the media. While the prosecution aimed to paint him as the head of a criminal enterprise, Diddy appeared determined to project himself as a calm, professional man who believed in the legal system. Whether that control and composure would be enough to convince the jury remained to be seen in the days ahead. During the following day of the Sean Combs federal court trial, a wave of shock rippled through the courtroom as the prosecution introduced what they called a key audio recording in the case against Sean Diddy Combs. The tape, dated January 30th, 2023, captured a tense conversation between Christina Coram, a close associate of Diddy, and Jonathan Perez, a staff member at Diddy's Los Angeles residence.
Oh, shit.
At the heart of the recording was a disturbing discovery. A sensitive video found on the employee's iPad involving a woman referred to as Jane and another unidentified man. The recording, which revealed Coram's voice for the first time, brought a hush over the courtroom, broken only by the hurried scribbles of reporters taking notes. In the audio, Coram questioned Perez in a sharp, demanding tone, pressing him to explain how the video ended up on the iPad. "Who was there?" "Who knows about it?" she fired off, stressing that Diddy wanted to launch an internal investigation to trace the source of the video. Perez, speaking cautiously, said he had reported the issue directly to Diddy, whom he referred to as Mr. C, and to Coram before any action was taken. He revealed that another employee, Brandon, had discovered the video and panicked, suggesting they delete it immediately. However, Perez resisted, concerned that deleting the file could raise legal complications later. "I just wanted to protect him," Perez said, implying Diddy, while Coram pressed on, asking whether anyone else, such as the chef or housekeeper, might have known. She even brought up reviewing the home's security camera footage to verify. While Diddy himself was not heard in the recording, his presence loomed large, with Coram repeatedly stressing that he wanted to get to the bottom of it. Although the recording did not directly implicate Diddy, it raised serious questions about the level of control he exercised over his household operations and his potential connection to the sex trafficking allegations. The defense quickly pushed back, arguing that the video might have been a misunderstanding or a personal incident unrelated to the broader charges. However, prosecutor Marina Comey emphasized that the very existence of the video and the initiation of an internal investigation pointed to a suspicious environment within Diddy's empire, bolstering claims of organized criminal activity. At the same time, another controversy heated up the courtroom: concerns surrounding a juror suspected of being dishonest about their residence. The prosecution discovered discrepancies in the juror's information, questioning whether he truly lived in the Bronx as stated. They requested further questioning to clarify the matter, but the defense, led by Brian Steele, strongly objected. Steele argued that continued scrutiny might make the juror feel singled out, potentially undermining the fairness of deliberations. "We've already," Steele noted, insisting there was no clear evidence of deception. The judge, with a cautious tone, agreed it might be an innocent misunderstanding, but refrained from making a final decision. The juror in question, one of the key members of the panel, remained involved in the proceedings, listening intently to the evidence, even as the atmosphere in the courtroom grew more tense. The combination of the dramatic recording and the juror controversy pushed the trial into a new phase, where every detail could potentially shift the direction of the case. Would the recording strengthen the case against Diddy, or was it merely an unclear fragment in a complex puzzle? And could the credibility of the jury be shaken by this dispute? These questions hung in the air as the world waited for what would unfold next. Tensions inside the Sean Combs federal courthouse escalated even further when Christian Combs, son of Sean Diddy Combs, entered the courtroom wearing a black t-shirt with bold red letters reading "Free Combs." The room stirred immediately, as courtroom rules explicitly forbid messages or attire related to the case to avoid influencing the jury. Reporters whispered among themselves, recalling a prior incident in which a Diddy supporter had been asked to turn their free puff shirt inside out. Yet, in a surprising turn, security merely inspected Christian's shirt and allowed him to remain, even though the mesh top he wore over it did not obscure the message. Was this special treatment or a moment of oversight? The questions sparked debate, as observers wondered whether the jury noticed the slogan and whether it could impact their perception of the case. Attention soon shifted to the introduction of physical evidence, as Special Agent Andre Lemon from Homeland Security Investigations took the witness stand. Speaking with confidence, Lemon listed the items seized from Diddy's Los Angeles residence: 200 bottles of baby oil, 900 bottles of Astroglide lubricant, underwear, drugs including MDMA and ketamine, and a security room safe containing firearms and armor-piercing ammunition. The numbers caused a ripple of unease in the courtroom, as prosecutor Marina Comey argued they reinforced the portrayal of Diddy as the head of a dangerous criminal enterprise. Photos of the scene were shown: envelopes containing ketamine residue, neatly stored firearms in the security room, further strengthening the prosecution's case. The defense, led by attorney Mark Agnifilo, quickly launched a counterattack. Agnifilo argued that items like baby oil and lubricant were not inherently criminal and could easily be explained as personal products. More importantly, he stressed that all firearms and ammunition were locked in a designated security room, not scattered throughout the house as the prosecution had implied. "There wasn't a single bullet in the children's room," Agnifilo declared, pushing back against the image of a home filled with danger. He questioned Lemon about the failure to photograph the condition of the security room door prior to law enforcement's entry, suggesting the evidence might have been misrepresented. Lemon admitted he was unsure whether the door had been locked, giving the defense a foothold to challenge the credibility of the findings. These developments, from Christian's t-shirt to the shocking list of seized items, paint a complex picture of the case. The public support from Diddy's family, though controversial, underscores unwavering loyalty. Meanwhile, the physical evidence, while striking, still falls short of directly linking to the most serious allegations. Every detail, no matter how small, is shaping the narrative that the jury will weigh as the trial continues to unveil new layers of mystery. During the tense days of proceedings at the Sean Combs Federal Courthouse, the jury has become the center of attention, holding in their hands the fate of Sean Diddy Combs. Sitting upright in the reserved area, their faces reveal nothing, hands constantly jotting down notes as startling evidence is presented. From the images of hundreds of bottles of baby oil and Astroglide lubricant to firearms, armor-piercing bullets, and drugs such as MDMA and ketamine seized from Diddy's Los Angeles residence. Every detail is highlighted by prosecutor Marina Comey as part of her argument that Diddy ran a dangerous criminal enterprise. Still, the jury remains remarkably composed, betraying no visible reactions, not even a raised eyebrow or a glance of concern. This focus, like an invisible wall, leaves everyone wondering. What are they thinking? Will the powerful evidence shape their perception, or are they still waiting for one final puzzle piece to complete the picture?
Guess that's the tool.
A moment of unexpected emotion shattered the tense atmosphere, thanks to Jane, a mysterious witness in the case. Taking the stand, Jane resolutely avoided eye contact with Diddy, her gaze locked on the judge or prosecutor, as if acknowledging Diddy's presence was forbidden. Though her testimony was not disclosed in full detail, its weight was evident. Zorro.com closed in full detail, its weight was evident.
So is it that?
Diddy scribbled notes and consulted with attorney Mark Agnifilo throughout. But the real shock came when Jane left the stand. She unexpectedly embraced both defense attorney Agnifilo and prosecutor Comey, a rare gesture in a criminal trial. The courtroom gasped. Reporters scrambled to capture the moment, while the jury remained impassive. Was Jane's action a sign of neutrality, or did it carry a deeper message? No one knows for sure, but it left a lasting impression on the day's proceedings. Journalist Elizabeth Milner, who has followed the case from the start, captured every detail with astonishing thoroughness. With 8 or 9 notebooks packed with notes, Milner missed nothing, from legal skirmishes to Diddy's subtlest gestures. Her color-coded entries have become more than journalistic records. They are a living chronicle of one of the most complex trials of the decade. I've covered a lot of trials, but nothing like this, she shared with colleagues, referencing the overwhelming flood of information and constant twists. From Kanye West's emotional testimony defending Diddy, to Christina Korum's explosive recording, and now Jane's unprecedented courtroom hug. Each day feels like a new chapter in a gripping legal thriller. Diddy's case isn't just a legal battle. It's a war of image and legacy. Kanye West's heartfelt defense planted seeds of doubt, suggesting a larger conspiracy against Diddy, while physical evidence and witness accounts like Jane's sketched a far darker portrait. The defense, led by Agnifilo and Brian Steele, continues to stress Diddy's professionalism and moral character, rejecting claims that he leads a criminal organization. But Diddy's future remains uncertain. Will the jury be swayed by the shocking evidence, or will they consider Kanye's implication that Diddy is a victim of jealousy and power games in the entertainment world? Each day in court brings us closer to an answer, but also deepens the mystery. As the trial continues, the world is watching, waiting for a final verdict. Will Diddy weather the storm and reclaim his name, or will he be brought down by these heavy allegations? Stay tuned for more from this dramatic legal saga. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Do you believe Diddy is innocent, or do you think justice is finally being served? Let us know.
Boy, Kanye West pulled up. Shout out to Mojo. Watch Mojo. We're gonna check out the 6 big moments. So we seen what's going on with with Kanye West going to the trial and shit, man. It look like Kanye West just trying to get support, man, because they trying to fuck him up, man. And then they got
these
the
doors,
recording
a
and
jury
shit.
seeing for the first time the world's been talking about for months. Videos of those notorious so-called freak-offs.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're detailing the
Shit's
shocking
crazy.
revelations and notable occurrences from the 6th week of Sean Diddy Combs' federal trafficking trial. Warning, certain information contains distressing details.
Jurors removed their headphones. We saw one who looked rather disgusted, kind of made a face, bent his eyebrows.
Juror dismissed.
Juror number 6 is officially dismissed from the Sean Diddy Combs trial.
In a dramatic shakeup to begin day 24 of Sean Diddy Combs' federal trafficking trial, juror number 6 was officially dismissed and replaced after prosecutors raised red flags about his honesty during jury selection.
The judge said he gave conflicting answers when asked a pretty basic question: where do you live? During jury selection, he said he lived in the Bronx. He then mentioned somewhat casually to a court staff member that he had moved to New Jersey.
The juror, a black middle-aged man who initially claimed to live in the Bronx, was later found to have moved to New Jersey, disqualifying him from serving on a Manhattan jury.
With the former juror number 6 being a 41-year-old black man, Diddy's defense argued in a 14-page appeal filed June 15th that there was, quote, no valid basis to dismiss him, and removing him would affect the diversity of the jury.
Though Combs' legal team objected, accusing the prosecution of trying to alter the jury's racial makeup. Judge Arun Subramanian cited, quote, serious concerns about the jurors' candor, and insisted race couldn't be a factor in the decision.
The judge also said it
They
would
trying
be
to take the only black guy. They trying to take the black people out the case.
Race when making the decision as to whether this juror's candor made it appropriate for him to stick around.
With his removal, a 57-year-old white architect from Westchester has taken his place, making the jury slightly older and less diverse. Jury shown explicit messages and videos.
Today, the jury in New York City's most famous trial of the moment, Sean Diddy Combs, viewing real-life footage of the infamous sex parties known as freak-offs.
The realigned jury in Sean Diddy Combs' criminal trial was presented with a series of records, messages, and most notably, explicit video footage of the so-called freak-offs.
These are the videos that depicted Cassie Ventura with male escorts. And these videos, explicit though they are at the heart of the prosecutor's case.
These were presented by summary witnesses Ananya Sankar and U.S. Attorney's Office Special Agent Deliasa Penland, who were called by the government to help clarify previous witness testimony.
The graphs, the charts that we spoke of yesterday, where there are locations, dates, names, flight records of people who were possibly involved in these alleged freak-offs or hotel nights, as Jane testified to last week.
Jurors reviewed documentation supporting a purported meeting between Combs, Cassie Ventura, and male escorts at hotels with travel and lodging expenses and damages charged to Combs' credit card.
The jury saw hotel records detailing a 2012 hotel stay where the rap mogul racked up more than $46,000 in room damage fees, all paid for by Combs' company.
Additional travel invoices and messages from 2012 and 2013 showed Ventura being flown across the country, as well as text exchanges arranging freak-offs with multiple men.
The videos came with hotel receipts, credit card statements, travel records that helped give the jury a full picture of how Sean Combs allegedly got her and male escorts to different hotel rooms for the purposes of these sexual encounters.
One 2013 thread showed Cassie asking Diddy whether he had recorded a particular encounter on his phone. The jury was then shown actual video clips from explicit encounters, marking the first time they viewed moving images rather than stills or audio.
Behind these doors,
So last video we heard the audio. They were talking about the audio with a girl.
Been talking about for months. Videos of those notorious so-called freak-offs involving Sean Diddy Combs.
The jurors donned headphones and watched approximately 10 minutes of video footage depicting the X-rated encounters involving Diddy, Cassie, and male escorts.
Man, she
It's
was a
reported that the courtroom fell silent as faint moans from the footage
getting
leaked
pissed
through
in
the
her
headphones.
mouth.
The
Let it
gallery
on,
was
like,
not
come
allowed
on.
to see or hear these explicit videos, but
leave when
as
she
the
had the check. Like,
excerpts
bro, come
played,
on.
we could faintly hear the sound of music and moaning noises.
Intercontinental Hotel Incident Records. Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson presented a timeline of records related to the March 2016 altercation at the Intercontinental Hotel between Combs and Ventura. Messages revealed Diddy frantically calling and texting Ventura while she told him to stay away.
He was telling her that he was going to be arrested. That wasn't true. He was fervently trying to get in touch with her.
Cassie also texted Diddy's former chief of staff, Christina Quorum, pleading for help. Around this time, Combs was in communication with former Intercontinental security guard Eddie Garcia, who previously testified that Diddy paid $100,000 to obtain the only copy of the hotel's surveillance footage of the incident.
This is all very important
So
for
how
the
did it come out
racketeering
then?
conspiracy
I was
case
on
read,
copy.
for the prosecution to show that there was knowledge and an effort to cover up what was going on.
The jury also
They ain't got
reviewed
nothing
Ventura's
really
messages
on Diddy,
expressing
man.
distress in the days that followed.
You gonna abandon me all alone? Ventura responded in part, quote, I have a black eye and a fat lip. You are sick for thinking it's okay to do what you have done.
She once wrote to Diddy, quote, you treat me like Ike Turner, referring to Tina Turner's well-known abusive relationship. Judge warns lawyers.
He was threatening to reprimand the government and the lawyers for Combs.
It's said that Judge Arun Subramanian appeared visibly furious at one point during the week's proceedings, as he sharply reprimanded both the prosecution and the defense. The issue was over an online article that seemed to reference information from a sealed hearing about another possible issue with another juror.
Apparently there was an article that discussed an issue that exists with one of the jurors, not the one who's been removed. This is a different issue. It was the subject of a closed proceeding.
Demanding answers, the judge asked the attorneys if they knew the source of the leak, stating bluntly, quote, someone is lying.
Both parties said they didn't know what was going on. He says someone is lying and he's going to investigate because information from a sealed proceeding is not supposed to leave his chambers.
He reminded the court that a gag order had been issued to the government, the defendant, all defense attorneys, and anyone connected to the case. Subramanian warned that further issues, quote, could lead to civil or criminal contempt charges for those involved.
And he said that he would do a thorough investigation, even write an opinion admonishing lawyers responsible, which would effectively derail their ability to try a case in this courthouse.
Juror sickness causes court cancellation.
Juror chaos right now.
Sean Diddy Combs' federal trafficking and racketeering trial hit an unexpected pause on Wednesday, June 19th, when one of the jurors fell ill en route to the Manhattan courthouse.
There was a sick juror, so they had to push back
parts of
this case, and that could complicate some things in terms of the schedule the judge has put forward.
According to Judge Arun Subramanian, the juror began experiencing vertigo, prompting his partner to alert the court. As this individual was a regular juror and not an alternate, the judge ruled there was no way to proceed with testimony for the day.
One of the jurors was actually on the way this morning to report for duty for the trial and was experiencing vertigo symptoms, was not able to go and obviously sit in the courtroom all day. So the judge said, hey, let's press pause and we will try and pick things up again tomorrow.
When the prosecution inquired whether the illness was likely to be temporary, Judge Subramanian responded that it appeared to be a sudden issue.
I guess thankfully they were actually a bit ahead of schedule, which is kind of surprising, given that everything seems to run slow. Nothing is ahead of schedule, but they were actually ahead of schedule here, so.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or an update. The federal trafficking and racketeering trial of Sean Diddy Combs, which began on May 12, 2025, is finally nearing its conclusion after 6 weeks of explosive testimony.
And she says that Combs showed up to her apartment early in the morning with a gun and kidnapped her.
Although the proceedings were briefly delayed due to an ill juror, momentum has resumed, and according to prosecutors, they are preparing to rest their case as early as Monday, June 22nd.
The jury seeing inside the world of Sean Diddy Combs, viewing receipts and intimate videos as the prosecution wraps up its case.
Their final witness is Brendan Paul, a former assistant to Combs who has taken the stand to invoke his Fifth Amendment rights. However, Judge Arun Subramanian has since signed an immunity order compelling Paul to testify.
We expect him to testify about providing drugs to Sean Combs.
Once the prosecution concludes, the defense will have their turn to present its case. And while they will call witnesses of their own, sources have told People magazine that Sean Combs will not be one of them, as he is not expected to testify. The defense's case is projected to take place over the course of 2 to 5 days.
The defense is going to put on a number of witnesses, especially an expert to combat Dr. Hughes' testimony, that expert in sex trauma. And that, I think, is going to become a very large point of contention, this battle of the experts as to, is Cassie and Jane, are they victims of sexual assault, or is it something else?
After that, both sides will deliver closing arguments before it's handed over to the jury, where deliberations will begin immediately. And with no set deadline, jurors will be granted as much time as necessary to render a verdict in one of the most closely watched celebrity trials in recent memory.
If convicted on all charges, Sean Combs faces a maximum sentence of life in prison.
Damn.
Are you keeping up with the federal trial of Sean Diddy?
Alright, we back. So y'all see from that thing, man, that they really trying to get these people out the paint. You know what I'm saying? Diddy, he got so much far as equity. He got like buildings, businesses, the money. He got the influence. You know what I'm saying? He really got he got his own TV show. He had a whole bunch of setup. You know what I'm saying? So it's once, when they said ours really started about that Don Julio shit, man. Not the Don Julio shit, but the Sirac shit. The thing about how this goes, man, is they give you all this goddamn money on. You know what I'm saying? But this is only for a certain amount of time. Cause how can you take away everything this nigga got and put this nigga in jail? You know what I'm saying? And half the shit, we wasn't trying to see what really went down. You know what I'm saying? But we just looking at from the outside looking in and giving our 2 cents on how we feel about this situation, because it's a lot of powerful black people that's been getting hit left and right with lawsuits. You know what I'm saying? Like this, back to back. And they've been trying to take niggas down anyway, send niggas to jail. We all see it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we gotta continue to keep on fighting and making our voice be known, because if we just let all this shit slide, bro, it's like a slaughterhouse, nigga. It's like if you just keep on walking and you go into the slaughterhouse and you don't make no noise up and say, hey, it's a slaughterhouse, you know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't gonna wake up to the shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's we gotta wake niggas up to understand that these motherfuckers, the system, you know what I'm saying, white people are setting up traps, you know what I'm saying, to really get niggas out the paint, to keep their mass domination control over, you know what I'm saying, people. You got the Uncle Toms and all that goofy shit 3. So it's just it's a whole bunch, you know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. These people, the only thing about this shit is when the system was helping these niggas, they didn't say nothing. But then it's the shit happening, they saying something. So it's if they saw this BS happening to other motherfuckers or just people in general, they should have been there and said some shit. So, you know what I'm saying? We already be knowing it for ourselves, or helping people out. But as far as, you know what I'm saying, the court and shit, man, a lot of witnesses, a lot of people coming to give out their side script. A lot of people are giving out videos. They talking about they ought to get out the people from the stands because they doing bullshit. I'm like, bruh, at this point, man, they don't want no black person on that motherfucking stand at all. Crip, nigga, they don't want no nigga who think that they can who want to be okay, I fuck with Diddy because Diddy and I see through the shit is bullshit. No, they want these motherfucking goofy ass motherfuckers oh, I know he did this, hating ass motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So it's we can't fall for the BS, because the more they try to take people out, the more we ain't gonna be able to speak our truth, which we already can't speak our truth as it is. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't really want niggas to speak their truth as it is. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, it's not gonna go with what they got going. You know what I'm saying? So when Kanye West got in that bitch, you know what I'm saying, I feel like Kanye West gonna really bring more attention to what's going on, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully it's not no BS because, you know what I'm saying, as far as he might got some shit going on. You know, we looked through he had a lawsuit going on, and it's just like, you know, so it's just like, at least he went out there to go see Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of motherfuckers in the industry who party with Diddy, best friends with Diddy, was with Diddy before he even got arrested. Not gonna even talk to that nigga Diddy. They're not even seeing that nigga Diddy. They're not even speaking his name no more. They don't even know who the fuck Diddy is. They thinking Diddy is like a motherfucking a foreign name now. They don't even know who Diddy is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we see through the BS. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but it's like, how can we keep the word going? Because it's like at the end of the day, these fucking systems, the court, the government, all that shit, they already got their perception. They already know what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, they got Brian Steele. And Brian Steele helped Young Thug out. So I don't know how good that's going to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially with Cassie flip-flopping goofy ass. You know, you can't believe nothing she's saying, man. At all, nigga, with some money involved, she'll do whatever it takes to take a black man down. Fuck no, you know what I'm saying? We can't believe nothing Cassie has to say, nigga. She's cooked, nigga. She ain't gonna never be able to look any type of decent in front of the black community ever again, because we ain't buying that bullshit. She's just as implicated as the shit as Diddy is. The only thing about Cassie is she looking like the victim. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we in some bullshit with that motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know, who, like, if Kid Cuddie snitching, Kid Cuddie out here, bruh, Kid Cuddie is on some bozo shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, damn, this nigga look like Master Splinter. This nigga really out here going to the courts. I mean, I think it was a subpoena or some shit, like he was supposed to go. But you don't have to, you could have pleaded the fifth. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to speak, you know what I'm saying? But I guess, like I said, man, Kid Cuddie, man, you know, I don't know if he get manipulated by them people, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the corporation, you know what I'm saying? System, yeah, getting manipulated, you feel me? I don't know if he get manipulated by them motherfuckers, but you get what I'm saying? It's just it's a lot of shit behind this right here. So, you know, as we keep on going deeper into the court date and shit, crip, you know what I'm saying? We looking like, damn, you know what I'm saying? This judge, he's Indian like that, but he's Indian, so it's not like he got any emotion towards us as far as, you know what I'm saying, he feel like, oh yeah, that's what I fuck with, like, so it's like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, you know, you want to have a jury trial, but at the end of the day, these jury trials be fucked up because they got secret agents in that bitch. They be talking about, we be witness tampering. That's all these motherfuckers do is witness tampering. Do y'all not see this shit? They be fucking they get away the fuck they want to, but then when we try to fight for ourselves, we the big bad this and that. Like, this makes no damn sense. But I ain't saying, like I said, I don't know what Diddy did, like 100%, because you know what I'm saying, I wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, damn, we just see it as from everybody else. Everybody else get hit with these motherfuckers. Like at one point, stand, this look like some BS. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole attack. It's war. So, you know what I'm saying? We out this bitch, hood and outside crip.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. Even though this is instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.